Hello. I forgot to hit the button. All I gotta do is that. There we go. What's up, friends? My name's Aaron Ciotti. Everybody calls me Ciotti. Welcome to the show. It's Monday night Q&A. What's YouTube doing over here in the chat? What's that about? Top fans? Look at that. That's new. FizzPV, Frank Nicholas, and Frank Nicholas have 75 experience points. Uriel's got 50. The rest of you plebs only have 25. Sorry. That's interesting. Okay. YouTube always changing shit. Always be changing shit. Tonight we're going to play with our boners. Tonight I'm gonna play with my boner and you guys can watch. Tonight my boner is gonna shaft the QAV. We are going to see if these wires are long enough to get to a 5-volt BEC on the flight controller. I'm pretty sure they'll reach. So that I can use this on a gig Wednesday. Apparently it's a $5 million home. You know, I don't know. We could feed the homeless and like do all kinds of stuff for like all the people, or we can have $5 million homes. You pick. I'm gonna fly around it, and I'm interested to do that with a smaller rig. Usually I do it with the full size Cinewhoops, the FPV Cycle Cinesplore builds. But yeah, we're gonna do it with something smaller and lighter, and we'll see what's what. I gotta dig up the guards for this. I would not want to fly it like this, open, with everything open. This would be too fast. When I bought this, this came with little foam inserts that go from there to there, there to there, there to there, there to there, and they make it like 18 times louder, but they also slow it down quite a bit. And when you want to fly slow, that's important. If I were to fly it like this, all open with all this airflow, in order to go slow, I would have to go like that. I would have to fly at like 1 degree pitch forward. And when you do that, the throttle control is a bastard because all of your thrust is going straight down. If you want to fly slowly, one of the keys is to basically fly something that's as unaerodynamic as possible. Because the more of a brick wall is on the front of this thing, the more you're going to be able to put the nose down and still go slowly. And then by doing that, a bunch of your thrust is going rearwards. And less of it is going downwards, so it gives you like artificial throttle expo. It also allows you to speed up and slow down a lot more accurately. If you fly something that's wide open like this, and you're like a couple degrees nose down, if you want to try to slow down, you've got to be like impossibly sensitive. It's just a bad idea. Like something that's way open like this, the whole point is to go fast. If you're going to do a build like this is going to go fast. This is why it drives me so insane that like there are no Cinewhoops anymore. There are these AIO powered prop guarded setups with the AIO in the middle and then the tiny little thin ducts around the outside. That makes flying slowly incredibly difficult. And you can see, and it also makes throttle control super difficult. And you can see it. Like, I can tell instantly whether or not somebody's flying a rig like that. Like, if I know the pilot, like if I know that they're a good pilot and all of a sudden they're having all this elevation control flying slowly, I know that they're flying something like that and they're not flying a proper Cinewhoop. A proper Cinewhoop will give you so much better. It'll just make it'll allow you to not bounce up and down all over the place. And so, yeah, I need to find those little foam guys. They used to be like right in there. I don't know where the hell they went. I don't know where I put them. What's happening here? Is this getting all mangled? I'm kind of sitting lower down now. Now that I've got this chair adjusted, I can kind of sit down a little bit lower. Maybe I can pitch this down a little. In the chat, Tamava was first, FizzPV was second, Frank Nicholas, Timmons, Tim S, Ukon FPV, the Bruce, McMucus, McShaky, that's a lot of mix. That's a lot of potato picking mix. Frank Nicholas, Denzel, The Terrible Sober Life, Uriel, Cole Powers, Frosty, Brent Anderson, Kevin Smith, Denzel, The Terrible, Andrew Taylor. What's up, everybody? Thanks for coming. If you want to talk directly to me in the chat, type CiottiFPV in your message. If you want to get somebody's attention, type their name, spell it right. If there's a space in there, put it in the right place. If there's not, don't. And for that person, their name will light up in orange. You can, if you want to see what that looks like, type your own name and post the message, and you'll see. It's thrilling. Everybody do it right now. Everybody type your own name right now. You won't believe how incredible it is. McMucus tagged me and said, let's not go. Denzel the Terrible said, hello. Do the opposite of receive it. Cole Powers says, just flew my 6 batteries. DVR didn't record a fucking second. Cole Powers is obviously using Fat Sharks. Uriel says, sis I earn pay. Interesting. Uriel speaking in tongues yet again. Cole Powers says, cross his fingers, maybe YouTube fixed the chat audio scroll reset. No, bro. No. At this point, they must do it on purpose. Kevin Smith says, always good to know that I can vicariously live out my 14-year-old boy through CiottiFPV. Denzel the Terrible says, don't think you're supposed to say potato pig and mix. Probably not. But, you know, those Mix have a good sense of humor. I had a friend that was one of my best friends for like all my 20s and most of my 30s, was Irish. And so he used to say potato pick and mix all the time. It would always just make me laugh. If anybody takes offense, come on now. No, I'm sorry if anybody takes offense. I guarantee you no one takes offense. Because it's, you know, it's just too funny. We're going to fly a few batteries. I don't know what with. I'll put a poll up. That's what she said. Where do you put the... start a poll. What whoop should we fry? 1.4 inch, 1.2 inch. Oops. There you go. There's a poll. Look, I'm doing all the things. Uriel says offense is my middle name. Hold on, I want to check the top fans thing again. Top fans. Oh, Fizz. Oh no. There's just a bunch of people that are still at 75 XP. FizzPV, Impala Bob, Tamava, Denzel the Terrible, Andrew Taylor, and Frank Nicholas. They're all stuck at 75 experience points. God only knows how it works. Wait, there's a question mark here. What if I click? Here we go. What's the leaderboard? A place for fans to stand out in the community. The top 3 get special badges in live chat. It resets every stream, so you can always try again. How do I get on the leaderboard? You'll need to collect experience points or XP. Here's how you get them. Send live chat messages, send super chats and super stickers, of course. Of course. Pay to win, friends! FizzPV says, my girlfriend is Irish and my go-to make her happy is a baked potato. Is it really? CCAT Ryan says, hey, Ciotti, just wanted to say thank you for helping me get into Tiny Who's. Started off with, Jesus Christ, 10-inch. Tell me a 10-inch rig was not your first build. That's frightening beyond the bounds of rational thought. 10-inch to 5-inch to 3.5, now at 75 millimeter. Ryan is shrinking with every build. And I'll bet you he's flying more. I bet you every time he builds smaller, he then flies it more and thinks, if the point is to, like, fly a lot, maybe I should build little stuff that isn't loud, doesn't kill people, including yourself. You can fly inside the house. You can fly in your yard. Denzel the Terrible says, FPV Whoop the City event in Vancouver was a blast. You must come next year. Man, I would love to. It sounds like super fun. I've seen a couple videos from it. My favorite one is it looks like you guys were taking rickshaws around. That's a great idea, man. Grab all your FPV gear and get a rickshaw, and then just tell the rickshaw to take you someplace, and then you can, like, because the rickshaws in a lot of these cities have like LEDs all over them and shit, and so, like, you can fly from the rickshaw and chase yourself, and, like, yeah, what a cool thing to do. You guys are awesome. Did a bunch more work on the Avata 2 killer today. And it's coming together, man. Look at this thing. Here's the flight controller. I haven't done anything with that yet. But look at this thing, man. It's getting there. It almost looks like a quad now. Here, hold on. I got a special surprise. Some of you know what's coming. Okay. Hold on. Stand by, please. Okay, we got that. We got this. Okay. All right, hold on. Here we go. Here we go. All right, we're going to get this. Here we go. Here we go. It's time. It's time. Wait, we're going to go here. Okay, so we're going to start here. Is this going to work? I think this is going to work. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. What's happening? Oh, fuck it. Let's just try it. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Oh shit! Hold on. This is gonna be worth it. I swear. It's definitely gonna be worth it. Hold on. I need like an extra hand to do this. I got it. I got it. Wait. Hold on. Here we go. Hold on, I got this. I got this. Just, can you hold on a second? Jesus. Hold on. Ready? Here we go. Hold on. I got this all effed up. I got this wrong. I got this all wrong. Hold on. That's all I got for you. I hope you guys like that, because I absolutely love it. That's one of my favorite things. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, shit, yeah. Hold on. Oh, yeah. All right, hold on. Oh, you clever bastards. Oh, you swarmy sons of bitches. All right, hold on. It's a secret. Shh. There's no telling what he's doing. There's no way of knowing what I'm doing. You couldn't possibly know. All right, hold on. Hold on. Wait. Just wait. Hold on. Why can't I figure anything out all of a sudden? Where's the thing? Oh, there it is. Right in front of me. Oh, yeah. Ah! Wait. Hey! Okay, here we go. Hold on. Just hold on! Extra power plug is for... I'm just doing that on all my builds now so that you can plug in a battery at storage voltage. It'll stay powered on. Unplug the main battery, plug in a fresh battery, unplug the battery at storage voltage. Or you don't have to worry about if you have the wrong battery or running like a little adapter or anything like that. It's just super slick. It's just a super slick little thing that you can kind of do. All right, hold on. All right, just hold on. Wait. Okay, wait. Just wait. Wait. All right, hold on. Here we go. What a fucking fail. What an absolute and utter fucking fail. Oh, screw you. Oh well. Hey, it was an excellent idea. Oh man, all that fucking build up. Fix it in post. Yeah, right. All that build up just for that. That sucked. God damn it. This thing is also running out of it was like because it's running out of juice. So hold on. Let me juice it back up. What's happening here? How are you supposed to get this thing off? That's what she said. How do you get the top part off? What? There's a... Oh. Is it hot? It says hot on it. Oh, it's hot. I think you just take this top part off, and then, yeah. You guys cool with, like, doing nothing tonight? You guys cool with just this bullshit all night? No? Oh, well. It's not your live stream, so you can't choose. Ha-ha! Oh, shit, no. I just want to take the top part off, bro! I think, right? Oh my god, this thing is hold on. Let's do a little. It's like oily as shit. Oh, it's dripping. Hold on. What the hell? You're probably not supposed to take it apart right after it was on. Oh god. Oh, this is like a... Look at that. It's a tiny little thread. Alright, we got some of that oil out of there. That's a good thing, isn't it? That's probably good. It's just a giant box mod, bro. Jamie Flies is in the house. She says, oh, hi. Sam says, broke the ceramic antenna off my Happy Model X12. Going to solder on a wire to get some range back. Do I use magnetic wire? And how long should the wire be? Which pad do I solder to? Go to my channel, click the little magnifying glass, and search for ceramic antenna repair. I've done it twice live on stream. You might get to see which pad is the right pad in there. What I do is I just solder it to a pad, see if the RSSI gets any better. If not, solder it to another pad. There's only 4. And And the other question is, how long should the wire be? I think it's 23.3 millimeters, but just Google correct length of wire for. Oh, look, there's a little door that you can just use. Correct length of wire for 2.4 gigahertz. There's 18,000 articles. Or you can just grab, if you've been into FPV for a while and you have like old FR Sky receivers floating around, they were 2.4. So grab your old FR Sky shit and just cannibalize the antennas off that. Just cut the active element off the end of the antenna. Antennas are black, and then they'll have like a silver section. The silver section is the active element. So that's all you need. So just cut that off. The type of wire doesn't really matter all that much. I like to use. It really doesn't matter. The thinner the better if you want to save weight. But yeah, it's any old wire will work. I've gotten AIOs over the years with like multi-stranded wire, all kinds of different, like super thin single strand wire, janky wire, nice looking wire. It doesn't really seem to matter. Let me make sure that this is really cranked on here. Last thing I need is this fluid dripping all over the effing place. All right, so that's it's fine. We're good. All is well. Look at that. Much better. Oh god, it's splattering all over the place. What are you doing? Why are you splattering out? Okay. I'm not going to do it again. Don't worry. I'm not going to try to do the music video again. The live music video again. That's a it either works or it doesn't. I'll do it again in 6 to 8 months. Turn this guy off. Fog Machine S30. Best present I've ever received. Get in there, you little shit. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, there's apparently some strange airflow over here. I bet you the vents, yeah, the air conditioner's running, that's why. It was, I mean, it didn't help that it was, it didn't help that it was out of juice and was like choking on just a little bit of juice, but the airflow, it wasn't allowing it to drop straight down. There's a vent. There's a vent inside of the Newbie drone cube that hangs from the ceiling, and it must be on. Ah! Oh yeah, it's on. Oh yeah. Air conditioner is blasting away, and that vent points in this direction. The wow, you know, that vape juice or whatever the hell it is splattered all over the friggin' place. I guess that's why they tell you not to run it with the little nozzle open like I just did. Alright, this is now covered in jungle juice. Yeah, this thing's coming along, man. Look at this. I don't know if you can see it. I was like fucking waggling it all over the place. Look at this, man. Looks like a set of fucking zoomies on a dragster. Yeah, I got I found a little spot for the capacitor. I'm just gonna zip tie it to this standoff here. 04 is mounted up all nice. Those fancy little standoffs. Yeah, it came out all right. Coming together. All the wires fit perfectly here. Just enough clearance. Okay. And then these are the 04. What's touching me? What's crawling on me? These are the 04 mounts from Brain 3D. and good God, they sit like perfectly in here. It fits like it's meant. Like, does this not look like this frame was designed for this camera? This frame is like fucking 4 years old, yo. Really cool. Oh, Canon, really? You've been so cool, Canon. You've been so cool lately. You're gonna do me like that? Let's see if I can... Maybe I don't have to turn the camera off and on. No, I do. Maybe it's the camera that's doing it. Nope. Oh! Come on. You can do it. Please. Please work. Please. Hey, here it comes. There it is. All right. So yeah, all I need to do is solder up a receiver to this, and we'll be good. I'm tempted to leave this one, but I don't know what this receiver is, and I want to do the... I'm trying to do all Nomad stuff. So I have a bunch of the XR1s. I think I have 2 XR1s left. And so, yeah, I'm going to put that on this little guy. Or maybe I'll just leave this. I don't know. We'll see. Because, like, I don't know if I'm actually going to use this. This build is kind of an experiment. It'll be able to carry a GoPro, technically, but, like, I don't know, maybe I love it. Maybe the 04 Pro image quality is good enough, and this becomes, like, my main glip-glop. So, for the record, I've moved my OBS window down a little bit. You guys are probably used to me looking up there. I've moved it down. I think it's a little bit too low, maybe. Put it there. Normally, you guys are used to this. Like, when I look at the OBS window, it's like that. It's there. But I'm going to... Now I'm putting it down. Look, I could put it all the way down in the... That looks weird. But I've put it kind of, like, level with the camera. Anybody notice? Hey, yeah. The other thing I want to do is... the power up the boner and see what's what. What's this GH 1.25 is the connector on here. GH 1.25. I don't think I have any of these. Why would they do that? Why wouldn't they do a JST connector? GH 1.25. What a pain in the ass. It's different. Yeah, look at that. It's definitely different. Oh, it's this stupid connector with this stupid little clip on it. I actually really like that. I might actually have one. I almost certainly don't have one that's three wires. I want to power up the GoPro Boner and figure out. You got to use QR codes and shit for it. Which is kind of cool, to be honest. Like, that's a super simple way of adjusting the settings. Yeah, I was hoping to be able to use this on another build as well, but I guess not. I guess it's only going to be on this, which is fine. But yeah, I guess I'm going to have to get one of these kits with, or maybe not. Maybe it only runs on this rig and that's it. I don't know. For right now, I'll just get it going on this rig, fly it, see how it is. All right. So, chat. What's happening? Let me get caught up here. Metadertson says, gangly fan under the quad sucking in the smoke would be ideal. I think it would pull the air down too fast and the smoke would just sort of become invisible. Sorry, little fruit fly. You must die. You're a flying animal. Denzel the Terrible says we can fix it in post. Uriel says learning curve. McBucas says that's how my room looks with the tabs and smoking lipos. Denzel the Terrible says, oh my god, I just saw some pictures online. You need to dive inside the Atlanta Marriott Marquis. I'm pretty sure I know exactly what that is. I believe that is the hotel with the revolving restaurant up on the roof. Let's see. It sure is. Well, wait, is it? Hold on, is it? Yeah, I've seen this. I've seen this hotel before. Somebody posted a picture, and I was like, oh my god, it's going down. Literally. No, this is a different one. Yeah. It might be worth it to just like book a room, and then just wait until like 2 a.m. and then just blast up and down. What is that? What's happening here? Dinosaurs are flying down through there? What is that about? Look at this. What? Oh my god, look, they got like schematics and shit? What is that about? Yeah, okay, no. Right. Yeah, I know this building. Yeah, I need to boy, do I need to... Yeah, look at that! Look at that cool art exhibit or whatever the hell it is. Cool. Yeah, yo, it's going down. I agree. Shit, man, somebody posted a picture of that on Instagram like years ago, and I got all excited, and then I forgot about it. Good call. Come on. Stop it. What's it cost? Oh! Never mind. Holy shit. Hold on. Oh, okay, that's a little bit better. The number I saw was 300. Oh, hey, 180 bucks. There we go. 25th to the 26th. I might actually do that. I'll leave this window open. So the 25th is Maggie and Mai's date-iversary, and we are going to... I'm trying to convince her... I don't think it'll take much convincing, but there's a Michael Jackson cover band coming to Atlanta. And so this would be actually awesome to go see them and then stay downtown, not have to drive back here. Dude, the universe will deliver you good news sometime. I don't know what I'm saying. Is this the right hotel? Atlanta Marriott Marquis? Yo, it's on. It's on. I can't sleep at night anyway, so might as well go get kicked out of the hotel. Imagine Maggie wakes up alone. She's got like messages on her phone. Hey, they kicked me out. I drove home. I'll come back and get you. Uriel says, you're walking my neighbors. I don't care, but I guild you into it. Uriel also says, good prop tester and then learning curve with the smoker. Indeed. McBucas says, what's the beef? Oh, come on. Between Tiny Whoop and WeBleed, do you know? Seems like those two should be working cooperation right now with the Tariff BS. Seems like Zotek might be leaning... no, not. It's not that at all. Zotek is absolutely not a maggot. Look, Jesse's always been totally cool with me, and so it's a really weird situation for me to sort of be in. Jeff is Zotek from WeBleed. He's told me some weird shit that's happened over the years. It's not that I don't believe him, but like I don't. If somebody tells me something, I don't just believe it wholesale. I don't think he was lying. I think that the things that he's told me over the years have actually happened, but that doesn't matter. It's just I don't know. I wasn't there, but I've read some stuff that is super disappointing that about Jesse that I really hope is not true. I don't think I want to go any further than that, because, you know, I've looked up to Jesse in this hobby for like the last 10 years. He's always been super cool with me. Zotek, Jeff from WeBleed, has always been super cool with me. Super supportive. Super supportive. And, you know, like, hearsay is tough. Jesse's never done anything negative to me, and so, like, and I was never there when any of these stories that are in that Tiny Who group happened, and so I can't, like, and like, none of the people, nobody that I personally know has had one of these things happen. So you know, it's just, I don't want to get involved. Jesse has done an unbelievable amount for FPV. We are all humans. We all make mistakes. We all act like idiots sometimes. And then hopefully we learn. And, like, it's not my place to say. I don't want to. In fairness, I don't want to believe some of the stuff that's being said. And so I'm just kind of not gonna, because I wasn't there, and, like, none of the people saying it are, like, close personal friends that I know for absolute certain wouldn't, like, embellish or only tell one side of the story or whatever. And so, you know, what I'm not going to get out the pitchfork and torches and say Jesse's bad. Like, maybe I should, but I'm not gonna. And take that, you know, do with that as you may. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. But it's not looking great. So I don't know. Your Hill says, I don't see nose hair. Mick, I don't blame you for asking. I knew at some point that somebody was going to ask. I'm kind of shocked that nobody asked yesterday or Friday, because it's been all over the place for the past, like, 4 or 5 days. And so, yeah, it's totally fine that you asked. If you hadn't asked, somebody else would. But yeah, I'm just, I don't have a single instance of Jesse acting super negatively towards me. And yeah, that's that. Cole Power says you need one QR code to activate Wi-Fi pairing. Yeah, that's on that little sheet there. On the Bones. After that, I use an app called QR Control. Oh, that's pretty slick. There's two QR codes on there. The first one, they say, like, yeah, it's for Wi-Fi pairing, and then the other one, and they talk about the. I think you can do it through the GoPro Quick app too. I'm sure it's totally doable. Jamie says, are you talking about the power cable for the Bones? You can use a JST. Oh my god, amazing. Which JST? 1.25 or 1.0? That is fantastic. So this is the GH cable. It certainly looks like a JST. Do I have a 3-pin JST floating around here? Well, I have this kit. Let's grab this kit. 3-pin is probably pretty rare. Let's see. So this is the smaller. This kit has the smaller JST stuff in it. Here's a 3-pin. Nah, this is going to be too small. So it must be the bigger... It must be the bigger JST. Yeah, this is way too small. So this is, I want to say JST 1.0. This is the JST that's used on all of the flight controller to ESCs. There is a slightly bigger JST plug that gets used very infrequently. I think I might see one in here. It's super hard to tell them apart until you have them right next to each other. Then you're like, oh, that makes total sense. Here it is, here it is, here it is. Here's the bigger one. Oh, and here's a 3-pin. Yep, that's the bigger one. Let's see. Nah, it's still smaller. I'm assuming like there's a JST 1.5 that's going to work. This bigger JST every once in a while gets used on analog cameras. Well, hold on. The plug itself is smaller, but as long as the pins line up... Nah, the pins don't line up. Yeah, no, the pins don't line up. So I might as well get the GH that has the little... that has that little clip on it. Yeah, I can see where the little clip goes, and I would definitely want to use that. I'm kind of surprised that the one that they give you doesn't have the little clip on it. But it probably friction fits totally fine. Didn't think about that. I just kind of assumed that it would use regular old JST. But that's all right. We've got the one. I've got the one. That's fine. I definitely do want to get one of the kits, though, because this one that they give you has this terrible PVC coated wire that's like just junk. I want to get a kit that's got proper silicone wires. But we'll use this for the time being. It'll be fine. Ah, there it is. Jamie says you can also use GoPro Quick App to control the bones. Perfect. McDuke says, was that hotel designed by H.R. Geiger? I feel like I'm missing a joke there. I don't know who H.R. Geiger is. Uriel says, it's bad to try a green Vard now. What's that mean? Nick Hayes says, spill the tea. No, JK, who cares? So long as it's not, you know, something really weird. Yeah, no, I only know what's on the internet, really. And so you guys can go look it up yourselves if you're so inclined. I don't have any, like, inside info or any stories of Jesse being a monster towards me or anything like that. So, yeah. The Bruce says, I would just leave that subject alone. Agreed. Yeah. McBuca says, thanks, man. Didn't mean to put in a tight spot. You're good. Uriel says, thrust your guts. What the hell does that mean? Jamie says, I think 1.25. Let me see something. Did I close that tab? I closed that tab. What a donkey. What did I say? GH 1.2. Oh, no, hold on. I just do it in history. GH 1.25. There it is. Watch this. Is GH 1.25 the same as JST? Yes. GH 1.25 is a type of JST connector. Specifically, it refers to the JST GH series with a 1.25 millimeter pitch. Look at that. JST stands for Japan Solderless Terminal. Look at that. Oh God, no! Don't AI things. Oh, fuck you! No, we need our water. Yeah, no, I love that little latch on there. So I'll get a little kit of the GH 1.25s. Look at this. If you don't have these kits, what are you doing? GH 1.25 kit. You don't need to get the GH 1.25, but if you type JST 1.25 or JST 1.0 kit, they have these excellent little they have these excellent little kits that will have pre-crimped wires and the little connectors, and then you just build your own. It's so nice. So nice. You don't have to swap plugs around anymore. You just mash the plugs into the little connector, and away you go. Get a kit. Get one of these kits for JST. You can thank me later. They sell these kits on, like, they used to sell them on Race Day Quads. I think at one point they sold them on Pyrodrone. But yeah, get you some. Located in the United States. Hell yeah! JST connector kit. What? Yeah, I'll spend a little bit of time looking through these and get one of them. Jamie says, internet says 1.5. 2.5. 1.5. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, that's certainly what it looks like. All right, caught up on chat. Let's pull this thing apart. Let me show you one of my favorite things about the QAV Cinna, which is basically just how it comes apart. It comes apart in like the most satisfying way ever, right? There are a lot of screws involved in taking this thing apart, in fairness, but any of these box frames are going to be like that. And so there's no getting around that. Like, you're going to have to remove a whole bunch of screws. That's just the way that it is. But there's something that the QAV Cinna does that the AOS does not, which makes it just infinitely easier to live with and service and work on. So 1, 2, 3, 4th, 5th. So it's 10 screws total, 5 on each side. Ready? Oh shit. So there were the 5 on the right. Here comes the 5 on the left. Okay. I actually have titanium M2 screws in this just to save every possible fraction of a gram. Okay. Here we go. So. Oh, actually it's 12, right? So it's 10 screws here, 10 standoff screws, 10 screws that go into standoffs. And then you have to remove, there's a little sideways. Well, no, actually no, we're good. That'll stick in there, I think. Let's see. Yeah, that'll stick in there, right? So you got this. Something still. Oh, yeah. No, I do have to remove that. Because the VTX is. You could probably build this in a way that you don't have to do what I'm doing right now, but I didn't. The camera right now, the camera is stuck to the top of the frame, and then the VTX is on the bottom of the frame. You could probably mount the VTX up here, and then, yeah, like I said, you wouldn't have to remove these extra 2 screws up front here. But I mean, this is pretty easy. All right? So there you go. And so now there's just a little M2 standoff that I have in this little mount that I 3D printed. Did you hear me? I did that. Cool. So now the camera will stay on the bottom, and now it just pops right in half. And what you do is you put your 20x20 ESC on the bottom. Oh, that's the other thing, is that the antenna hangs on. You put your, you put your 20x20 ESC on the top. You put your 20x20 flight controller on the bottom. And then all you got to do, you run a little bit of a longer plug between the two of them so that you can just unplug that real easily. Well, actually, if I slide this forward. Right, so you slide that forward, unplug. Is that not the coolest fucking thing? Super easy to work on. Like that's it, man. You got your ESC and your motors on the one plate. You've got everything else on the other plate. Your flight controller, your VTX, your receiver. It's all right here. Isn't that cool? When you compare that to the AOS Cine series, you want to pull your effing hair out. Look at this, man. Look how cool that is. It's just one plate with it all nicely sitting there and all cool. Isn't that slick? Make sure these guys are all tight. Yeah, they're all happy. So I need to find a... Well, I mean, I could feed it full bat. Let me see. They had the voltage requirements on here. Pretty sure it'll take 5. Yeah, 5 to 27 volts, 2S to 6S. I'm gonna feed it 5 volts though. In theory, this will the 5-volt Beck in this thing will be totally fine. I think I've got full voltage going to the VTX. Yeah, I do. So let me see if I can find a set of 5-volt pads on here. I think I can actually, yep, there's a couple right up front here. Camera plus and camera minus. Perfect. And there's another one on the back, but I want to use this one in the front because that wire is a little bit short. I want as much wire length as possible. Soldering iron coming on. Nerd goggles going on. I can actually remove one of these. There's this wire for like UART. And I don't think I have... I might have an extra UART on the bottom of this flight controller, but I'm not doing that. A little bit of flux on those pads there. So let's just remove this third cable. I'm never ever going to use this this third cable here for some kind of like recording start and stop. Like that's super sketchy with the transmitter and like, yeah, that's not happening. Has anybody done that before? Is it a pain in the ass? And so I'm just lifting up the little plastic latch and then pulling that out, and away we go. Now we've just got power and voltage. So let's pull this over here. I'm going to leave these full length because it's just barely long enough. I guess I'll twist them up a little bit. Never hurts. Might give this terrible PVC cord a little bit more strength. Never know. Probably not. Wow, it's not wanting to twist. Oh, different way of twisting this guy than I normally do. Man, these are PVC coated, right? It's 1.5. It's JST GH 1.5, and I don't have any. I think the GH is just referring to. It has that little latch on it. Would be my guess. All right, so let's get this shit out of the way. I'm going to tin those pads first. And so let's just move this work around a little bit. Try not to melt anything with the soldering iron. All right, so let's clean the tip a little bit. Always go in with a clean tip, my friends. We're going to tin it. There we go. There's actually enough on the tip of the soldering iron just to put it on the pad and it'll flow. Nope, I gotta add a little bit here. There we go. Cool. Pads are tinned. I'm just gonna put this straight on. Plus is next to the grommet. So actually gonna untwist this a little bit. Get these guys so that they're facing the same direction. Come over here like this. Yeah, this is what I want. This cable's actually going to be a little bit too long. If I put the cable facing back, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the cable facing back like that. So I'm going to solder these going inwards. All right, here we go. Hopefully I don't regret this and have to do it all over again. And, all right, whenever I'm working with this shitty cable, I work as fast as I possibly can because this PVC coating or whatever the hell it is, it like disintegrates when it gets hot. It's really terrible. I can't believe they use it. I don't really get it. I guess it's cheaper, but it sucks. And so I'm not, it looks like there's a little bit of tin. It looks like these wires are pre-tinned. I'll let you know in a second. I am going to load the tip of the soldering iron up with solder so that it kind of tins these and solders them down to the joint at the same time. So here we go. Get this into position. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put flux on the tips of these. Always flux your tips. Always flux your tips. Hopefully you don't have tips. Or, I don't know. Maybe that'd be cool. Alright, good. Ground first. Tinning the tip of the soldering iron. I picked up a little bit of extra solder. And here we go. Drop that down. Looks all right. Kind of looks like it maybe tinned this wire properly. Maybe. And then this one for ground. Just trying to get it flat against the board. There we go. That's looking all right. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay, let me just double check. Plus and minus. There we go. So now the question becomes, is there a hole in the top of the in the top plate that I can send these through so that they're all slick and protected and whatnot? GoPro is going to sit up there, so let's see. And the answer is no. Wait, no, it looks like there might be. No, because that's where the, well, maybe. Oh, we're good. Yeah, right here, perfect. It might even work there, but that might get in the way of the battery. So I'm going to put it through. I'm going to put it through up here. So we got to get that. We got to get that ESC and flight controller plugged back in. Get that taken care of. I see a million chat messages. I'll get caught up in a minute, I swear. So we're going to feed this through, just like that. And then put this up here like this, so that I can reach through, grab the ESC. It's a flight controller plug. Actually, it's just hanging out right there. Maybe I can just kind of... Oh, yeah, great. That's pretty awesome. Cool. That's in. Let's make sure it's seated all the way. Beautiful. Yeah. Just double check. Yep, that's plugged in all the way. And then that's there. And so now we're going to feed this up through the camera. Something's binding up. Oh, it's actually the... It's this PVC wire is so stiff that it's like, it feels like something's binding up, but I'm just pushing against the angle on this wire. I should have maybe just soldered it straight. Oh boy. Something happened in the kitchen. I should have maybe just soldered it straight forward, but there would have been so much extra cable. Yeah, there it is. And so let me just make sure that that cable is not pushing up against anything super important, and make sure there's no other wires that are kind of being weird. Nah, we're good. This looks awesome. Knock that down a little bit. Cool. That's it, man. This is, man, this QAV Cine, I mean, just box frames in general are pretty slick. Pretty slick little builds. Once I get those 04 Pro AOS 3 and AOS 3.5 Cine's built, I'm looking forward to flying them around. And then once that's all set, this build and the AOS Cine, the old school AOS Cine 2.5, they're just like whatever. Like, they're no longer working rigs, and so I guess I can kind of like start flying them freestyle and see what's what. I mean, this might still be a working rig because of the oh no, actually it won't, because this is stuck on the old school Vista, which is kind of annoying. That this will not accept an 03 air unit. I forget why. So either the air unit doesn't fit in the back or the camera doesn't fit up front. The Raxus was created by BRAD specifically for the 03. It's this same frame, but something has changed on it so that it'll work with the 03 air unit. So I know that this frame won't, right, work with that. And so yeah, this is stuck with Vista forever. At some point, I guess I might move this GoPro Bones setup over to that Raxus. I should probably have done that now, but the Raxus needs a new ESC. That's the rig that the I put 6S on it and the ESC exploded instantly. So that, you know, yeah, that thing needs some work. But yeah, man, this with the Bones and the Vista, this will be pretty slick. I'm looking forward to flying this. I might need to take these little things off to clear those foam bumpers to get it slowed down. But first things first, I gotta find the damn things. I think I know. I think I know which IKEA cube that they're in. I'm gonna get caught up on chat in a second. Give me a couple of seconds here, friends. Let me just get this knocked out the rest of the way. Actually, I can multitask. Nick Hayes says, damn, CiottiFPV's solder work is clean. Thank you, dude. I've done a lot of soldering over the last decade, all to FPV rigs, and so I've really like learned a couple things. And my father was an electrical technician for the majority of his career, and he worked on for a lot of that time the tokamak fusion reactor at Princeton Plasma Physics Lab. And so, suffice it to say, he knows what he's doing. This is a funny build, actually. This build has both Crossfire and ELRS 2.4, separate receivers. So no need to put this onto Nomad, because it's actually got 2.4 and 900 already. With Nomad, I could just change the UART on this, and then this would link up to the regular ELRS 2.4 on my Nomad module, if I were so inclined. Okay, here we go. I should have actually done that at Tulsa Tough. I should have switched the UART at Tulsa Tough, and then I could have seen if I'd have been able to get a little bit more range on. I can almost guarantee you I would have been able to get more range on 2.4 there. God, I kind of forgot that I had this set up with the dual band until literally just now. That's annoying. That would have been nice to get a little bit more range at Tulsa Tough. But man, next year is going to be insane. I'm going to be on 04. I'm going to have the dual band Nomad set up. Next year is going to be serious business. There it is. And so pins up, which is like that. Oh my God, look at that, yo, that's perfect. Awesome. Let's see if it has enough juice. Let's see if the 5-volt Beck on this flight controller has enough of an amp rating to power this damn thing. I'm going to use a smoke stopper just in case. Let's see what happens. I assume that the Bones has some kind of light on it. Oh, it's got a power button. Hit the power button. I bet you have to hold... Ah, it's got a light. It's flashing. Flashing red. Oh, this is mode. The power button is the mode button. Up, up, up. 3 flashes. That means time lapse. Come on. What the hell? Well, maybe not. Uh-oh. Come on. Oh, there's another flash. Okay. It still has power. Whatever. I'll figure it out. I'll read the instructions. I'll read the destructions. Hold this button down. In theory, that'll power it off. Blink, 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 blink. And I guess it's now powered off. Nope. There's probably the record button here. I wonder if it's record. No, it's not recording because it doesn't have a memory card in it. But it's got power, and it doesn't seem to be turning itself off. So in theory, the 5-volt Beck on this flight controller is good to go. That's pretty awesome. I love it. I got a boner, friends. Live on stream, man gets boner. It's boner time. Yo, this thing is so unbelievably front heavy with this on here. Hold on. Let me see how far back. What's up, Bobo? Let me see how far back I can push this this battery on here to shift the CG rearwards. So it uses one central battery strap, but I wonder if I get it like right here on the farthest forward, like nice thick part of the lipo pouches. I wonder how that'll balance out. Not well. Oh my God, it's still so front heavy. Jesus. Okay, that's a lot. This frame also has these like hooks where you can run a little elastic battery strap, and I think I have those right over here somewhere. Where are they? They are here. They are. Okay, I'm coming back, I swear. Coming back. Here I come. Shit, they're not in there. Where the hell are they? Oh, if I was smart, I'd put them up here. Am I smart? No. No! Where the hell are they? They're here somewhere. Shit. Alright, I'll have to find them later. But yeah, they hook onto here, so that'll be good. That'll allow me to... I want. Let's see. Let's see. How far back does the battery have to go to balance this out? Let's just put this loosely, and then... Oh, boy. Oh, my God, bro. Let's keep going back. See where that is. Ooh, it's getting a little bit better. Oh man. Yeah, no, that's it. It won't go any farther back than that. That is a lot better though, having it back that far. What if I put it like that? Oh man, that's barely. I would have to literally strap it like down here, I think. I would have to put the battery all the way down here to get this CG right. Damn, the Bones is heavy, bro. Holy crap. It is also really far forward. Like, I wish this mount pulled it back a little bit. I do have another... I did 3D print another mount. I wasn't able to find many mounts for this, but I did... no, yeah, see, these other mounts that I 3D printed are the GoPro style triple bing bong, and that won't work. The Bones uses a specific weird little slip schlop, you know what I'm saying? And also these mounts would fill this entire hole up, although at that point I guess I could just use this. Let's see, let me take a quick look. It certainly looks like this plug would go right through there. Yeah, the plug goes right through there. So I could just use this hole if I can find a different mount. But I haven't been able to find a different mount on Thingiverse. And clean this mount out either. There we go. What'd you say, little boo? Guess what? Yeah, see, so these have like a little latch. All right, see that? And then so that sits in there. But again, I can't use this triple clip. I mean, I could then run a full 3D printed mount, but now we're adding a ton of weight, and so I'm not trying to do that. The whole point of this setup is to be as light as possible, and so I want to direct mount this damn thing. So yeah, anybody have CAD experience that wants to combine two of these mounts? If you could take like this mount here, which is on Thingiverse, I can send you the file, and then take the triple schlip off here, and take this mount here, which is also on Thingiverse, and just like slice this double schlip and transplant it on here, that would make a huge difference. What? I think these are the same. Did I print two of the same thing? No, these are two different mounts. I'll be damned. That's weird. Why are there three? No, these two are the same. These two are the same. Why did I print two of the same thing? That's awkward. Weird. But yeah, anybody that wants my undying love, if you can slice something, DC jacket and a cool shirt. That's awesome. What, off the internet? Did you find a new phone case yet? I'm gonna light you on fire.
I don't know what to look for.
Look for a phone case.
Why not this phone case?
And then look at the pictures. Little boo. All right, let's get caught up on Chad here.
Case with metal buttons, raised camera lip plus tempered glass for iPhone.
Sure.
I don't know. Okay, go to hell.
Nick Hayes says, you only have 3 motor screws on all the motors. I do the same thing. Yeah, again, just trying to save every possible gram on this thing. Nick Hayes says, ooh, that's the Aikon 20x20 flight controller ESC combo. OG V1 thing is amazing. It's not. No, it's a Iflight ESC and Talon. Talon F7 flight controller. Never mind, you're using the Iflight ESC, but the Aikon flight controller is so amazing. Yeah, this Talon flight controller is actually just a CL Racing flight controller. The Aikon flight controller is the same thing as the T-Motor flight controllers. I have those in the majority of like my basically, the Talon flight controller and the Aikon or T-Motor flight controllers, 20x20, those are like the 3 flight controllers that I have in damn near everything. They just work.
Why does he think it's like
Nick Hayes says, isn't a 1.25 JST, right? Correct. No, it's 1.5. Yep. Nick Hayes says, do you not have a DJI Smart Controller? I do, so that you can give your director an HDMI feed. I do have a Smart Controller. That's what I use for all the live broadcast work. I typically don't bring it with me on stuff. I just, fly it, because I've done it before where they can view it live, and what ends up happening is like they're standing behind me with a $1,000 screen and they're like passing it to each other, and like the cord going to my goggles is like moving around, and they're screaming and yelling, like, and it's a bit much. And so I prefer to just fly it, focus, land, kick the GoPro out, and just review the footage with them. And it's, less shit to bring, less cables hanging off my head, less insanity. Nick Hayes also says, so you don't use anything with the OG Vista DJI for work? I can't imagine you don't have the smart controller. I am currently moving from the old school Vista stuff to all 03 and 04. I'm pretty early in that process, but like if I'm gonna the phase that I'm in right now is if I take something apart, get the Vista out of it and put either 03 or 04 into it. The problem with that is I only have a couple of 04s, and then I only have a couple of 03s, and then a bunch of these frames just won't work. Like this particular frame just won't work. It won't. The 03 won't fit. The 04 certainly won't fit. And so yeah, this is kind of stuck with the Vista. I'm looking for. I really want to try to find a set. Do me a favor, keep your eyes open, guys, for somebody selling Integras. The Integras will apparently work with old school Vistas 03 and 04. It's a little bit annoying because you have to rebind every single time you switch from Vista to 03 to 04. But I want to get rid of the old school DJI helmet and then just have a set of Integras, and then I've got a set of goggles 3, and then that's it. I at the moment I've got 2 sets of the old school DJI helmets. And then I've got the 03, and I'm borrowing goggles 2 from somebody. And so it'd be really nice to just consolidate all that shit into goggles 3 and Integra, and then, they're a lot smaller than the DJI helmet, and so I can start bringing 2 sets of goggles. It's always driven me nuts that when I fly to a gig, I only have room in my bag for 1 set of the old school DJI helmet. And so I've gotten away with it because DJI is so incredibly durable. But yeah, it'll be really, really, really nice to fly with 2 sets of goggles. I try to bring 2 sets of everything. I can't really bring 2 transmitters. But yeah, if there's only one thing that you only have one of, transmitter is kind of way to go. Nick Hayes says, dang, your dad worked on Tokamak Fusion Test Reactor. Yep. Aikon FPV says, you saved my whoops, thanks man, I got them all figured out now, everything flies, no more toilet battery style, everything's good, love that, enjoy. Dave S says, print a new GoPro mount further back. Yeah, I haven't been able to find a file, so working on it. Danzel the Turbo says, can't you move the bones back a bit somehow? New TPU print? Yeah, different TPU mount would be the way to go. Dave S says you can do it right on bamboo slicer. I will try that tonight. That's pretty cool. I didn't realize that software would allow you to slice. It's in the software. There's a button that says slice. Jamie says the Bones comes with an adapter to mount it to standard GoPro mount. Yeah, it's a little plastic adapter, but like it's. I don't want to use it. I'm already worried about this thing kind of vibrating around, and that adapter is kind of like thin, and like then you've got an extra set of screws in there. I would really like to not have to use that silly little thing. It's in this. Where'd that bag go that I brought over? I guess I didn't bring the bag over. For anybody that's wondering what that looks like, it's this little guy. And yeah, I don't want to deal with like micro vibrations or gel or any of that kind of bullshit. But yeah, this is what Jamie's talking about. I could totally use this, but I would really rather not. But we'll see. This mat. You know what? Where's my scale? Oh, right. I need to charge the batteries in the scale. But this is a Brain 3D Bones mount. So this would work. Let me just see what it weighs. Oh, no, not ounces. Where's grams? There it is. 15 grams. It's not that bad, but yeah, no, it's too heavy. If I have to use it, I will. But boy, yeah, I can't run it. I can't run it like this. I can't have it hanging off the front that far. That's insane. It's going to overwork the front motors, and it's just going to be ridiculous. So yeah, I need to figure something out with this. This mount also kind of wobbles ever so slightly, like just because of the way that it sits flat. Those other mounts kind of hook in here, so they'll get rid of that wobble. So yeah, I just need to, if I can combine those two mounts, that would be perfect. I think I know why I printed these two. I think I wanted to see if one of them had the mounted it a little bit farther back. Oh, and it does. The one, it actually does sit just the tiniest little bit farther back. That's interesting. So yeah, I'll screw around with that later on. Oh, maybe that's why I printed two of them. It looks like I oriented the mounts a little bit differently on the plate. It looks like one I printed flat on the bottom, and the other I printed up on its side. Maybe that's why. Because, boy, these look really similar. I don't know. I look in my... I have a little folder with all the 3D prints. I'll see if there's two different files in there. Well, cool. That's nice to have that done. Let's fly a little bit. It's 11:30. No, hold on. Get caught up. Moss1 says 6 battery that Cinewhoop. Hell no. Doubles FPV says, if you want to share your files, I can hook you up with the CAD. Dude, thank you, Doubles. That's awesome of you. Can either you shoot me a message on Discord, or I'll send you a message on Discord? How do I find you on Discord? I have the files right here. I have like a folder of 3D print shite. 3D print files, and then like well, those are all the Bri Brains. Look at all these 3D prints, man. Look at me. Look at me doing 3D printing things. You guys said I couldn't 3D print. Nobody said that. Shit, why are they not in there? They must be in downloads. I'm getting lazy. Oh, yeah, they're in here. Yeah, there they are. Yeah, QAV Cine. So, like, yeah. So, like this one combined with... Oh, yeah, there's that little bayonet mount. Hold on. Where's the other one? Oh, here it is. This is the one. I don't know what this is for. This mountain sitting back here. I I thought for sure that one would work, but I don't know what this is for. Like, that little double top part definitely locks in, but like, look at the bottom of this mount. What is this? What is the deal with that? That doesn't make any sense. I don't know where that would line up. Very weird mount. I don't get it at all. Is this one? Yep. So this one combined with so these little doubles. So it would need to get sliced like on this flat bit here. So just it would be slicing off this rectangle on the bottom and then taking these jib jabs and wing wonging them with this fling flong here. This base, yeah, this base is what's going to lock in a lot nicer, and then those little double guys can sit like back far, like all the way back here. That would be insane. Boy, that would fix the shit out of that CG. What else is happening here in Chad? FizzPV says thumb 2 is lighter. It is indeed. But it's not a... You could never use a thumb 2 for any kind of professional work. At least if you wanted to work with that client a second time. Nick Hayes says, Walmart says they have DJI Integra for... Jesus, $550. My God. Yeah, I can't pay $550 for the DJI Integras. I'm really hoping to find somebody selling them for like $300 or $400. $550 is too much. That's insane. Moss1 says OfferUp app is a good spot for DJI right now. I forgot about OfferUp. I snagged 4 or 5 RunCam Session 5s off of OfferUp, none of which I paid more than $100 for. I got one of them for I think $40. OfferUp was like the spot 4 or 5 years ago. People would get a Session 5 like for Christmas, and then they would not use it, and then they would just list it on OfferUp, and they'd have no idea like what it was worth. Yeah, that used to be one of my favorite apps on the phone for getting cheap stuff. What are you seeing on OfferUp for like? Are you finding like 04s on there, Moss? Frosty says, I just tore into my Etsy order. These prints are killer. Thank you again. You're certainly welcome, brother. Enjoy. Capital C says, I thought the DJI goggles 2 also work with the Air Units Vista. They do, but the goggles 3 have the giant battery in the back set up, and so do the Integras. So I feel like I might as well just stick with that same sort of format. With the goggles 2, I got to carry a bunch of these little batteries around, which is like not the end of the world. If I can find a set of goggles 2 for $300, $350, I'll just get them. But you know, I feel like the giant battery on the back of my head with the Integras, I'm gonna get used to that from the goggles 3 anyway, so it feels like I should just do that. But yeah, whichever ones I can get cheap. Doubles says, I'm in your Discord. Awesome. I'm searching for you. I don't know how to use, like, how do I find someone on Discord? Like, I want to send a message to Doubles. What do I do? There's the search on the top right. That doesn't work. Like, how does Discord work? It doesn't make any sense. Discord doesn't make any sense to me. The way that the buttons work, nothing makes any sense. Add friends to DM, is that a thing? Send friend request? I clicked it, and now what? Nothing happened. Find or start a conversation? Doubles. Oh. I got it, guys. I got it. I figured it out. It was tough, but I figured it out. That was pretty rough right there. It was right there. It was right fucking there. What's the difference here? What QAV-Pro mount? What's the difference between that? No, that's obviously not it. Oh, that's not it either. What the hell? Where is it? So there's this. Okay, there's that. And then what's the you fart. What's the difference? This little back piece looks exactly the same, doesn't it? Go like that. What's the difference? Oh, this has this extra layer. Well, this is the one then, I think. Because it's got that extra layer, which is... Yeah. No, I want that extra... Yeah. Okay, so... there's that one. And then... here's the other one. All right, cool. Doubles. Thank you, brother. That is super cool of you to offer to do that. Something happened in Friends. I don't. Something's happening. I don't know what's going on in Discord. I don't know how to Discord. Let's fly a couple. Wait, no, not caught up yet. What are we flying? The poll says we're flying 1.4 inch. There we go. End poll. Denzel the Terrible says, where is there a center hole in that frame for that weird mount? It's the square. It's the square that I'm feeding the wire through. Where that wire is coming through right now is where that shit is gonna, it's gonna go. It hooks into the back, and so I'm gonna have to feed the wire through this little slot here, and hopefully it doesn't get in the way of the battery. If it does, I just won't run a battery. I'll run it off of wireless solar power. It'll be great. And Yukon FPV says, flew 7 batteries in the old fractal swap to Air 2 frame, even adding the Meteor canopy, everything else is the same. It's 1.4 grams lighter and flies wicked. Not used to the camera angle. Nice, dude. Yeah, unbelievable the difference, right? Between the fractal frame and like any plastic frame. Islander says, have you flown your 1.4 rigs outside yet? I have. My build on 40,000 kV motors is shockingly good outdoors. The power is good outside, but I can tell that it's bigger and it catches the wind a little bit more. I think I like the 1.2 inch rigs outside a little bit better. But I only flew a few batteries with the 1.4s outside. The 40,000 kV and like Newbie Drone and Beta FPV 30,000 kV 1.2 inch rigs, man, they're good outside. But the 2S75s are the way to go outside. So behind that, in your battery pad, that triangle mount is what you want. Is it? Oh my god, this sits all the way back here. And then this... Yeah, but then the battery's going to be all jank. Hold on. I see, says the blind man. Good call, dude. Let's see real quick. I'm going to have to take this off anyway. I swear to God, we're going to fly a couple batteries. I swear. I try to keep these streams like on track and have like good info, but you know what? Sometimes we got to just hang out. Sometimes we got to like not do anything. So let me push this through because I'm pretty sure this ain't gonna clear. Oh, well, then where am I gonna run that wire through? This is gonna take up the whole. Oh, look at that. Oh, you know what though? It hits the camera. That's a silly design. I would need to notch the front of this out to clear the camera. And then like this is all up on the battery and shit. Yeah, like this is also an awful lot of TPU. This is a pretty heavy mount. Let's see. If I put the battery as far back as I can, which I'll kind of do no matter what. Yeah, I guess it would just barely clear there. Yeah, that could work. But then I'm going to have to remove this foam and shit. Nah, that's a bit much. Good call, though. I totally didn't realize that this was going to sit farther back like that. Can I, like, angle it just to get it kind of in there? No, it hits this camera like crazy. That's weird. Now that other, and yeah, I mean this puts the mount that other setup doubles if you can move the schlip schlap basically back as far as it'll go. That would be even better than this. That would pull it back even farther. Sweet. And then so yeah, if these guys are here, yeah, so basically it'll sit like that. Oh my god, that's so much better. That's the way it should be, like flat on the front like that. This is where this mount puts it now. And then hopefully doubles can make it so that it sits there. What a difference. Oh my god, yeah. And that's also, hell, it could even go back a little bit farther. But I don't want to push it, because then you could start to get this shit in view in the corners. So yeah, dude, doubles, thanks again. Amazing. This thing is gonna be rocking, yo. And then if I do want to use this mount, or if I wanted to mount this thing vertically, that's what's cool about this mount here, is it's a vertical mount, and this particular client is actually asking me to do everything vertical. Yeah, I can just swap on one of these other mounts. Here's the other mount that I was just looking at. Yeah, this is not the right one, but it does slot in there. This one puts it too far forward, but yeah, it just like hooks in there, and then it hooks onto this front sideways standoff here. So yeah, this is this. Oh shit, is this gonna hit the camera too? No. It's just the thickness of the carbon fiber. Yeah, so that's what it'll look like. But hopefully this will be the double setup, and it'll be back a little bit farther, lined up with the back of this guy here. Very cool. Get in there, you little fart. Ah! I kind of like, I want to make sure it will clear the camera. I'm all of a sudden I'm worried that it's not going to clear the camera, but I mean it looks like this is the same thickness as the carbon fiber, so it should. I don't know why it's not sitting down all the way. All right, let's fly. Let me stop dicking with this. Play grow a garden, Bobo. This top part could be a little bit thicker to get it down in there. Why is that not? Is it just this one maybe that printed weird? I don't understand why it won't sit down in the hole. Ah, yep, that one printed weird. Yeah, these are good. This sits down perfectly in there. Yeah, there we go. There we go. That's the stuff. Look at that, man. Look at that. Yeah, that with the little doubles flip-flopping around in there. Yeah, that's the move. Cool. Very cool. I like that. Hopefully you haven't all fallen asleep by now. Let's fly a little bit. Cold Power says, "What's the spacing on your front mount? I might already have a Bones mount STL that fits. I think I'm good. FizzPV says, "I've been printing Smurf fins and fin boxes lately. What the hell does that mean? Uriel says, an umbrella with solar things. Sorry, caps lock. Denzel the Terrible says, behind that, in your battery pad, that triangle mount is... Okay, no, we got that. All right, cool. Nando, you got to make sure you type CiottiFPV. Hey, Ciotti, I have an old Mobula 803 that I got the 03 out of. Do you think Mobula 8 using the 04 light is worth building? I saw you build one. Does it fly well? Do you need to retune it? All tunes should be specific for the specific rig. Stock tune at this point is like damn near perfect on almost everything. And so in most cases, just use the stock tune. And it's really good. Yeah, my Mobula 8 with 04 light is awesome. Hey, CiottiFPV.com is where you guys can support me. Those of you that support me on Discord for as little as $3 a month, 10 cents a day, there's a Discord post from a couple weeks ago of the rough draft of my Long Beach, California edit. That entire edit was flown on the Mobula 8 04 light. There's some jello because this was not an FPV vacation. This was a vacation. And so I flew like in the middle of the day, for example, like whenever I had a couple minutes free. And so like direct sun overhead, you can put any FPV rig you want up in the air without an ND filter, and you're going to get at least a little bit of jello, regardless of how smooth it is. And so just keep that in mind. In order to get jello-free footage with damn near anything, especially micros, in the middle of the day when there's tons of light, you have to run an ND filter. It's just sort of the way it is. So yeah, keep that in mind. But it flies awesome. It's one of my favorite rigs ever. It's just amazing. Let's fly some 1.4. Let's go with which one's this? This is the 40,000 million kV setup. Yeah, let's do it. This is the all-black Sirius Basher 1.4-inch rig. Mobula 6 2024 AIO. Meteor 65 Pro frame. 0702 40,000s. I think I have motor limited down a little bit. Gem fan 35mm S props. Old school Mobula 6 upside down ball sack canopy. Runcam Nano 3. ORT Micro V. I have a couple 260s charged. This is not the rig for the 260s, so I'm going to fly these three 300s. And then we'll get out of here. So I can hang out with Little Boo, who's on the couch playing Farm Simulator.
Grow a garden.
Grow a garden. Why don't you play Farm Simulator?
I don't know.
It's better.
What's that?
I don't know. It's probably on PS4. You probably have to buy it, though, and there's a snowball's chance in hell of buying a farm game. Here we go! We're doing it. It would help if I turned the transmitter on, eh? Now ELRS is going to take 10 days and nights to link up. Let's just cycle the power. Here we go. 1.4-inch Love, the best. What was that? There was some cool, like, rainbow coming out of the bottom of this thing. Does this Mobula 6 2024 AIO have a RGB LED? I think it does. Oh my god, look at that. Look at the contrast on this camera. I gotta switch. This is one of the ultra contrasty Nano 3s. Alright, let me get used to this little fella. I've been flying the newbie drone one on the 30,000 kV motors a lot. Oh, come on now. Really? Ugh! Yeah, so the newbie drone motors, oh, they have more sort of torque. That's something that we kind of know, though. I didn't quite make it. Oh, I haven't done that before. That's a cool... Hold on. Let's see if I can get that. on yesterday's stream, I did box to box, but I should be able to do cube through this and then down into this. I just got to get the I just got to give it enough of a throw. Oh, I wonder if I can do a... Can I do a double? What if I did mega power loop through here, inverted through here, drop down through there, into a second. Oh, the double mega power loop. Okay. Here we go. I'm not... Oh, the batteries. All right, let's switch this battery out. Well, let's just cruise real quick. Where's Teddy at, man? What's he doing? He's hanging out with Mommy. I know he's not. Where is he? Is he on the floor over here? Did I see him? No, where is he? What? Lil Boo, where's the dog at? Oh, God.
I have no clue.
All right, fresh battery, and then we're going to go for... Oh, my God. We're going to go for the double mega Insano loop. Ooh, buddy. This is going to be... if I can hit this, this will be the last live stream ever. Where'd all this hair come from? It's purple. I wonder whose hair this is.
Okay, wow.
Everybody in this house has different colored hair, and so when there's a bunch of hair in the tiny whoop, I can always tell who it is. I always know who to blame. All right. Hold on, though. I'm where is the dog? Like, do we not have a dog anymore?
I ate him.
Is he gone? Maybe he's in Maggie's office. Oh, speaking of, Maggie's office is transformed. Look at this cool looking new couch. She did a little decorating in here. It's so cool. She got style, man. And now she's using my old laptop, my old 15-inch laptop. The dock is here. There's a dock. She's got it all stickered up already. Yeah. I love it. Ooh! Is he here on the couch and I just can't see him? No. Where is he? Is he over here? I'm a little concerned. Maybe he's hanging out with Sage or something? Oh, is he in the bedroom? No. In the bathroom? Whoa! Oh, we'll never know. I don't know where he is, man. Double mega power loop. Here we go. Whoa! Yo! Hey! Yo! Hey! Yo! All right. This battery's dead now. 40,000 is a bit much. Hold on. Let me make sure I have this motor limited down. I think I have to pull this rig apart. This is not... Yeah, it is. It's limited down to 90%. It doesn't feel great. Hold on. I've done... I have 4 of these 1.4-inch builds. This one is my least favorite, and so it's going to get torn down and I think put back into a 1.2-inch frame. Let me grab one of the other ones that flies better. Let's do the 32,000 kV one. Get in there. Yeah. Basically the same build, but 32,500 instead of 40,000. The 40,000s on 1.2-inch props are amazing, but on these 1.4-inch props, it's a bit much. It's a bit too much. Let's fly the end of this battery. Let me see if this one feels a little bit better. Here we go. Let's see. This is an unfair comparison because this is also on the HQ tri-blades. This feels a little bit better. Oh, God. I should actually be flying a 1.2-inch rig for this move. These 1.4-inch builds are all about float. And I don't want float here. I want the damn thing to go sailing across the room at 7,000 miles an hour. And that's what the 1.2s do. So this is kind of cursed. Ah! Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to do it with this. This is now the FXT camera as a comparison point. Wow, I can't even get the... Oh, you know why? Because this cube is usually pulled out a little bit. Right now, this cube is all the way in the corner. So this is like a mega power loop. I don't even know if... Oh, God. Hold on. All right, last battery. I have a feeling we're not going to get the double power loop tonight, but now that I've said it, hopefully you guys can remind me. Well, look, the double mega power loop is now the hardest trick in here. So feel free to bug me forever until I get it. Can we... Project Mockingbird's in the house. What's up, brother? He says, I saw Quad 6.6 cutting down ASI quads to bi-blades. Have I tried that? I have not. I cut quad blades down to bi-blades forever ago, and they were never well balanced enough, and I was never really all that happy with them. And so I don't... Yeah. HQ has a 1.2 by 1.2 by 2 bi-blade that I can't possibly imagine cut down ASIs are gonna be as good as. So yeah, if you want bi-blades, run those HQs. All right. Drone Camps is in the chat as well. What's up, dude? How are you? Here we go. Double donkey flip. Let's just try to do the single first. I don't even know if I can do the single. So it's through here. Stop it. Oh, come on. Be cool. Stop it. Come on. Ugh. There it is. All right, let's just try the single. Man, it is crowded over here. Through. Oh, shit. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Here comes the single. Oh, God. This is going to be so hard to get out of. Getting out of this is going to run me right into the drum set. Shit. Oh! Alright, so it's... I'm between the wall, aren't I? Yep. Well, this will give me a chance to pull the other cube out from the wall a little bit. No. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but I have to work. I mean, after. No. Good try, though. Alright, man, here we go. Here we go. I mean, if you want to go make the pizza, go make the pizza. You just put it in the oven. Just put it in the oven. Read the directions. You've done this before.
How do I get in the oven?
You are the most useless 15-year-old on Earth.
I'm 14, actually, so...
You're not 15 yet? Jeez. Well, you act 15, so that's all that matters.
I don't know if that's a compliment.
Me either. That was close. Not there yet. This is tough because I have to fly through this a bunch. Well, that was almost it. I have to fly through this a bunch so that I can generate enough backwards momentum. Usually... Woo! Wow, crash recovery, hooking a brother up. Usually I fly right through and then just throw it right back to get, right? But that's not gonna get me enough rearward. This is actually a lot hard. This is harder than the Mega Power Loop. The Mega Power Loop, I can... Oh, I forgot to pull it out from the wall. I can just go in and then just fire it across the room like that. This is really tough. Let's see if I can get it, though. Nope. Ah, that would have been it, too. I just picked up a little bit too much vertical. Hey. Ah! I'm getting dialed in. I might be able to get it right before this battery runs out. Let's see. Nope. Nah, it ain't happening tonight. Nah, this battery's done. You know what I'm going to do, though? I'm going to put a 1.2-inch rig up in the air, and I'm going to just knock this out like it's no big deal. Ready? 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 Ready?
No.
Little Boo's not ready. McMucus says, you're all unbalanced, or else you would not be here. Damn straight. Here we go. I'm going to do a 260 mAh battery on a 1.2-inch rig, and we're just going to, like, not... Oh! We're going to do the Race V2. Yeah. That's it. All the lightweight, all the power. This is gonna be like a joke. First try. Ready? First try. Coming at you. What if I Stevie Wondered it? Oh man, look at all that up tilt. Hold on, let me get used to that. Woo! There he is. Wow, what a difference. There he is. Look at it. Silhouetted. Silhouetted by the studio lights. Today! Wow, this has got way more up tilt. This is going to be quite the adjustment. Woo! Okay, easy. Easy. Fly to the bottom of the screen. Fly to the bottom. Okay. Here we go. Hey! Oh, come on now. Stop it! Let me fly. Ah! Oh, that was close. I had it all spotted up. Teddy, help me. Teddy, look out. Look out, little boy. Ah! Stop it. Get out of there, buddy. Stop it. Oh, no, don't. Oh, dog. Don't move that. Oh my god. Yeah, it is busy back here. There's a lot of stuff to hit. Oh my god. First try kind of went out the window, but you know. Oh! Oh man, look at it. It's all janked up. Thanks a lot, dog. Ooh! Oh god, no! Dog got me. No. Back up, Teddy boy. Oh boy! I just saw a little whisker pop in there. Damn it, dog. I swear to God, if I get this, but then hit the thing. This little 260 mAh battery is not a good match for these powerful-ass newbie drone motors. That was the one! Well, we got a cymbal crash in, so there's something. Alright, one more. We got one more try. This is not the rig, though. This thing is too much. There's too much up tilt. There's too much chaos. Let's just keep flying different builds so that I can't possibly adjust for 1 second, and then I definitely won't be able to do this. That's the plan. We're going to go to a low up tilt rig now. Great! And we're going to go to bi-blades. Awesome. Here are the HQ bi-blades. Let's do it. Let's do it. This will fly totally different. But low up tilt, so we'll be fine. All right. One more try. This is on 0702 36,000s. Oh my god. Why? Really? Why? Come on.
There's a spider right on my face.
Forgot to fix the thing. That's gross.
On a web.
Burn it.
No, it's on like a string.
Yo, that is... Oh, Teddy! I gotta go that way! Teddy.
It's coming down from a string on the ceiling.
That's what they do. This is a huge amount of distance to cover. Oh, that was... Oh. I'm really coming in there low to try to just maximize the space from floor to ceiling. Talk about that all the time. Oh, damn you. No, back up, buddy. Stop moving the gate. Doggy. Oh, boy, we're so close. I don't know if I'm gonna... Ooh, that was a hard hit. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to recover, though. Like, I don't know if it's gonna be able to dig out of there, because it's got so much momentum from flinging across the room. There's not usually a 5-inch rig sitting there. A couple more tries before this battery's done. Yeah, see, when I don't go far enough, past the cube, I end up hitting the bottom of the hanging gates. This is really difficult. Oh, screw you. Come on, baby. I'm trying to really cheat it as much as I can. Oh my god! Alright, so if I'm quicker, that's it. Okay, I got it figured out now. I gotta be more aggressive and a little bit earlier, bringing the throttle on to get a bunch of elevation. And then... Yep. That's funny. I have to do this compared to the Mega Power Loop. I have to almost do this backwards in a way.
Aaron, do you have a piece of paper?
Somewhere. Damn. All right, we got like 2 more tries before this battery's kind of done already. What the hell just happened? Teddy! All right, 1 more try, maybe 2. Quick. Oh, that was it! That was the one! Oh, no. That one actually might have gone in there if Teddy hadn't... Teddy! Last try with a dead battery. It's not going to happen, but whatever. Nope, battery's done. Oh, so close! You'll have to tune in next time and we'll try it again. That was fun. 314. HQ bi-blades, yo. Really nice. Very slidey, very slippery, very, very fun propeller. Not an accurate propeller, that's for sure. Ooh, we got another impossible move that we got to do, my friends. But I am out of batteries for the night, and we are out of time. Thanks for hanging, though. Come on back. So my the gig that I built this rig for, well, not built, but put this Bones connector onto this rig for, is Wednesday at 4. And they like me to fly pretty deep into like blue hour, which I think is like 8:30, like 9, and I think it's about an hour away. So like, we'll certainly have a stream on Wednesday, but it might not start exactly at 10 o'clock. It might be like start at 10:30. So yeah, if I'm not streaming at 10, just stand by, and yeah, join my Discord. You'll get a message over there. Join the Patreon, and you'll get an email at the beginning of all the live streams. And yeah, support me, and I'll keep doing these live streams forever. Cool? Thanks for hanging, friends. I'll see you guys Wednesday night, hopefully at 10, maybe at 10:30. Be good, friends. It's absolute mayhem. The dog is freaking out.
What? Teddy, you stop when they start.
This dog is gonna wear a fucking track in the carpet. I swear to God. runs like such an idiot too. He runs like there's something wrong with him. He's like. See you guys next time. What happened here? Put him back there. What was that? Did you pick him up funny?
No.
It was a bad note. I think he's just cranky. He's just a jerk. See you guys Wednesday. Bye-bye.